coming up in this read. Someone is dealing with an individual who basically seems to think that the world revolves around them and that everyone else needs to bow to their will. Virgo, let's get into your May reading. Any information that you need, you can find it in my pinned comment and in my description box below. If you're cross-watching for a Virgo, then please switch over the roles because I could be speaking directly to you. And as always, please do keep in mind that this is general, so it's not going to resonate for absolutely everybody. You only take what belongs to you and leave the rest for another Virgo or another Virgo cross-watcher, okay? Please also do respect the tarot and approach it with patience, an open mind and without expectations. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Virgo, we're going to pull the strongest energy that surrounds you and we're going to use this as the foundation for the rest of your reading, okay? Right, so you've got will, expression, assertiveness, self-control and direction, and then action, movement, perseverance, discipline and motivation. Okay, right, so the first message is pretty obvious. It pertains to slow and steady wins the race, okay? Think before you do anything. Think before you say anything. Just take a pause and ensure that your next action is going to be beneficial to you, okay? Don't do anything that is impulsive with this energy, okay? Acting on impulse is going to be to your detriment, okay? Nothing wrong with you being assertive and being direct. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Avoid being impulsive because that is going to complicate something, okay? Once you have thought it through, then you can take your action. See, you see how one of these things follows the other. Be disciplined in your movements, okay? So say you've made a decision about something, be disciplined about that, okay? So that there's not going to be any room for being fickle, all right? Now, you would have heard oftentimes me saying it's okay for you to change your mind, and that is still very much true, okay? Absolutely, yes. It's okay for you to change your mind when you're presented with new evidence and information, okay? That this is what gives you room for growth. This is pertaining to something that is very, very specific, that is going to require you to, once you've made up your mind that you're going to start initiating something, you're not going to be able to back out and change your mind halfway through. Okay, so again, everything in life is about being flexible, okay? So that's why I was saying, yes, it's okay for you to change your mind, but when it comes down to dealing with this particular situation that you're dealing with, there's not going to be that maneuverability, okay? So you're going to have to be dedicated once you've made up your mind on this specific thing, right? Dedication is key. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to start peeling your tarot and we'll find out what's coming in towards you throughout the month of May. As always, any of the zodiacs that I mentioned, please use your discernment, okay? I might not even be on about the person that you're watching the video for. I could be on about someone else entirely unrelated. The zodiacs, they could be placements in your chart, someone else's chart. They could be character traits of someone as well, okay? Let's come in towards Virgo, please. Let's come in towards... Wow, okay. Eight of Cups is Pisces energy. The King of Cups is Scorpion. Strength, that's Leo. It's coming in towards Virgo, please. Okay. Right, Virgo. A side message for some of you. Some of yous are still dealing with an individual that is a self-righteous bully. Okay. Okay, so you also have the Ace of Coins, it's Earth energy, the Queen of Wands, it's Aries, the Hierophant, it's Taurus, the Eight of Coins, Virgo, the Hermit, it's your major arcana, the Two of Coins, Capricorn, and the Nine of Swords, Gemini. Getting a little bit further into that individual that is a self-righteous bully. Now, for some of you, that is pertaining to Virgo. For others of you, that's a message for Virgo. Someone is dealing with an individual who basically seems to think that the world revolves around them and that everyone else needs to bow to their will. Which is not, that is not a good place to be. There's someone incredibly spiteful around you, Virgo. Really, really spiteful. Angry, malicious, vindictive, the whole lot. They're causing problems in your life. They're causing problems with your finances, with your stability, with your ability to make a decision as well. So they're impacting on your mental health. Again, Nine of Swords. It's indicating that you're likely, with this Eight of Cups, you're likely to stop associating yourself with that particular individual. Okay, the Eight of Cups is all about walking away. Is recognizing when you've done all that you can and that you can go no further with that individual. That they're just too spiteful to get it. That they're just, I mean, how can you deal with a person like that other than walk away? You know, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's not a nice energy, but I do see that things are going to improve. They're definitely going to improve, because once you've had time and space away from whichever individual it is that I'm describing, you're going to feel a lot more balanced and stable within yourself with that King of Cups energy. Okay, don't focus on gender. Gender in tarot is not pertaining to your gender. It's just a polarization of the feminine and masculine principles. Okay. It's having a healthy attitude towards emotions. So it's recognizing when someone's trying to trigger an emotion out of you. It's recognizing when someone's just trying to make you angry. And basically it's understanding that you've got a lot of love to give, but that doesn't mean to say that you have to give it to everybody, you know. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups. Thank you. Okay, now we did just see the star, but the way that it's landed is in reverse. A star in reversed, again, it means that you've done all that you can in this situation. Okay, like the only way to evolve from whatever individual it is that you have been dealing with is to literally disassociate, move away, expand your horizons with the Three of Wands, look elsewhere. Look elsewhere, because you're not going to be able to heal in an environment that is currently making you sick. Now, this has been going on for a while. A long, long while. And I'll tell you something else, Virgo, as well, that's really, really interesting. When I first opened my channel to be public, and I started publishing videos. Now my channel, I've had my channel like 11 years, but it's only been the past maybe two and a half years where I've been doing readings publicly. By the by, when I started doing public readings, I noticed that there were a couple of signs in particular that were getting a lot of hate in their comments section. And I had to turn off the comment section for a while. The ones that were getting most of the hate was Scorpio, Capricorn, and you. The comments in the Virgo section were the worst of the worst. So this has been going on for a while, where there are certain people around you that are absolutely vile, vicious. For some of them, the devil incarnate. It's still going on. It's about time, Virgo, that you looked at your surroundings more objectively, okay? And looking at it from a point of view of, would I like one of my friends to be in this environment? And if the answer is no, then it's telling you everything that you need to know. Because straight up, most of you are dealing with situations that are absolutely incredible by means of, why the fuck are you still putting up with this? Why? Why do you put up with it? I was looking at that Ace of Coins. The Five of Coins in reverse, yeah. Some of yous are feeling trapped in this thinking of yous not being good enough. And the problem that I can see is you don't see yourself the way that others see you. Others see you in this Queen of Wands energy. Okay, again, remember what I said about gender. It's just the polarization of the feminine or masculine principle, right? You don't see yourself the way that others see you. When others look at you, they think, wow, that's a beautiful human being right there. That's someone who's got a lot to teach. It's someone who is really strong, who's been through a lot, but doesn't let it get them down, you know? You're not seeing this. You're not hearing the good things that people actually have to say about you. You've got something that's coming in here, Virgo, with that Ace of Coins, that is absolutely going to shift everything positively for you. It's for some of you, it could well be money. Yes, an increase in finances that helps get you out of debt, if there are any. For others of you, it's more about opportunities where you can grow and transform your life. But you might not be able to see where these opportunities are. For as long as you've got these simple-minded, ignorant assholes around you who are sitting there constantly criticizing every single thing that you do, every single thing that you say, everything about you, your entire essence. How are you possibly going to be able to make healthy choices for your future when there are individuals like that around you? You're not going to be able to. You're going to have to do the thing that you didn't want to do, which is to start cutting certain people off. You're going to have to. Anyone who disrespects you, they do not deserve a place in your life, in your future. There is so much anxiety in your energy. And it's being caused by the selfish, fuck me. I told you, didn't I? I could feel that energy all the way through. is there. It's constant. It's constantly there. All of this anxiety and worry that someone else around you, through their selfish behaviours, probably taking money off of you as well. Probably for some of you. But it's there. It's that constant undertone. You want to watch this, Virgo. You need to stand up for yourself. This tricky little bastard is about to do something else with that 8 of Wands. 2 of Wands under there. 8 and the 2 equates to the 10. This tricky little bastard is about to bring you more trouble. More trouble at your door. More problems that they're going to expect you to deal with. And in the meanwhile, you're putting your own life on pause because there's too much of this dealing with whoever this is and their problems instead of you dealing with your own problems. That cannot continue because they're dragging you down. Tell me about that 8 of Coins, please, for Virgo. It really irritates me when I see people taking advantage of others, and the one that's being taken advantage of is too sweet-natured to actually do anything about it. It really irritates me. Right, so your 8 of Coins is clarified with the 9 of Coins. That's a step forward, it's a step up, it's progression. Something's changing, something is advancing. And I feel that it's to do with your self-worth. This, hard work, diligence, paying attention to all of the details, paying attention in general, it's also about self-improvement, and it came out with your major arcana right next to it as well. So it's time for you to evaluate what is in your highest interest and what is it that's stopping you from attaining your 9 of Coins. You've got the Ace there. The 9 and the Ace equates to the 10. That's one of the apex cards. That's the goal that everybody in their life is trying to achieve. That's the point that you're trying to get to. Every single time you feel like you're getting a step further, you've got this devil energy bastard or bitch, whatever the case is, that sneaks back in again and sets back your progress. Right. I was looking at the 2 of Coins and you got the Sun. That's beautiful, Virgo. It's absolutely beautiful. Once you have balanced out the situation, instead of this crap repeating over and over and over in this never-ending cycle, once you have made this decision, and again, do you remember when I said to you right at the start that you're going to have to make the decision and stick with the decision on this one? Because when it pertains to this thing, this exact thing, that there's not going to be space for you to change your mind halfway through. And now it makes sense as to why that would be. Because Virgo, your happiness depends on it. Your future prosperity depends on it. You're going to have to cut this one off. Cut it at the roots. So is it... Like, just do something about this so that you're no longer in this toxic environment. You have to. You absolutely have to. You've got the Page of Swords under there. So this little thing is watching you as well. Watching you. Waiting in the wings, ready to criticize every single thing that you do. Ready to pick up on every single tiny perceived little mistake. Just as if they've got something to argue with you about or bitch to you about. that they are a no life. I'm not saying anything else about them, because it's, you've got the Five of Swords under there, okay, with the Six of Swords and the Page of Swords. It tells me everything that I need to know. For some of you, this individual is quite quick with their hands as well. Yeah. I need to come out of that, because I do not like that energy. I was suspicious right from the get-go, because everything just felt really, really heavy. As soon as I started doing your cards, Virgo, it's like there was a sudden shift, like a black cloud or something, you know, that heavy, dense energy. And I'm like, oh no, this is dodgy. Like, this is really, really dodgy. And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancerian, or you might have Cancer placements in your chart, because the energy was really, really similar, where someone else is basically suffocating their chances as well through their own selfish desires. It's up to you, Virgo. It's up to you to cut this individual off, okay? No one else can make that decision for you. It's coming out. It's coming out in your cards, because it's something that you cannot ignore. You can no longer ignore this. Right, you've got rest at the bottom of the deck, so that's like the Four of Swords energy. Rest, reevaluate, reconsider. Make sure that, again, make sure that you've thought something through before you take action, okay? And then number 31, Divine Love. Let's have a look. I do appreciate that the Devil card's not always about toxic behaviour and toxicity and all the rest of it. It could just be that someone's dealing with a Capricorn. I do understand and appreciate that. And this is why we have to feel out energy as well as reading the cards. Okay, so it's not just about reading the cards. It's about what energy are you feeling around these cards as well. That's how we can pick up what the intent is. Okay. So it's just in case someone's sitting there going, well, they could just be dealing with a Capricorn. Yeah, I do know that there is a lot more to reading tarot than just looking at the cards. Right. Divine Love. We are humans who carry within us the light of the divine, and as such we're capable of expressing that love even when circumstances make it difficult. It is easier to slip into love and compassion when you've experienced it yourself. Open yourself up to divine love, make a commitment to it, bind yourself to it. Tie a ribbon around your wrist to remind you of your divine marriage. And then it's got a positive affirmation that says, I am loved, I am committed to nurturing my loving relationship with the divine and all beings. And then it's saying that rose quartz might be beneficial for you because it helps to amplify love, compassion and kindness, specifically self-love. Okay, so with this one, I don't feel that this is about committing yourself to another individual. Okay, I feel that this is about committing yourself to the divine that is within you. There is divine within all of us. And some people seem to forget that. There is divine love in all of us. Okay, it's time for you to make that commitment to the divine within you. It doesn't make you a bad person for turning away this individual and saying, look, enough is enough. I cannot give any more to you. I have given everything that I can. I have nothing left. Virgo, you're not doing anything wrong by cutting ties with unhealthy individuals. In fact, it's being encouraged because you have to make that commitment to yourself. Somebody has received bad advice, really bad advice, and they were told to take this individual back, and that is disgusting. The only one who can make decisions like that for yourself, Virgo, is you. You're the one that's in charge. You determine what is good and what is not good in your life. You're the one that has the power. Oh. Today, everything is unfolding perfectly according to a greater plan. There's something else in store here for you, Virgo. This gift from the universe. You're being encouraged to take a closer look at this new opportunity that's around you. And that, oh, every dark night must turn into a bright new morning. Yeah. So every single day is an opportunity for us to do better. Every dark night, that could also be a nod at someone's depression as well. That this individual might have created a string of events that caused you to fall into a depression. And we're seeing that you're coming out of the worst of that. Okay, so whatever's happened, Virgo, you're being reminded that the worst is already, like you've already been through the worst of it. The only way from this point forward is up, okay? What else, please, for Virgo? Have one more, please. Okay. Don't phone it in. Show up and throw it down. So again, be careful about where you're getting your information and your advice. You're a child of the universe. Yeah, no less than the fucking stars. Again, it's the same as that divine love that we saw. Okay. It's the same message, same energy. Never forget you're a child of the universe. There is divine within you. Interesting read. Really full of emotion. I'm getting the impression, Virgo, that someone has probably sat there and lectured you about forgiveness or some shit, because you keep letting this one back in. This one keeps coming in. It's like you've removed yourself from them a couple of times and they keep coming back in. So you haven't fully locked the door after them, as it were. And that's because someone, I feel, has given you this lecture about forgiveness. So I'm going to make this crystal clear. Okay. So with forgiveness, it's about making peace with what happened or making peace with your past. It's about forgiving yourself for not knowing better at the time. And it's about working through the anger, the bitterness, and any resentments so that you're not carting it around with you. Okay? It's all about the decision to release resentments, and that is what sets you free from the control of those that have hurt you. It is not about forgiving, forgetting, or excusing the harm that was done to you, nor is it about making things up with the perpetrator. Okay? Forgiveness is all about making peace with what has happened, and that leads you into finding your inner peace. Okay? So for those of you who had to go through the lectures of someone else about what forgiveness is, clearly they were mistaken, because this is still getting through. Release them, and start working through that hurt and pain that they've caused and make peace with it so that you can start to move forward, okay, and live your fullest life. Because this is ridiculous, and it's been going on and on and on. It's one of those things where you can go a couple of months and everything seems fine, and then all of a sudden it's come back in again. Okay, I need to leave that one there. So yeah, that is what I have for you. If you would like to book a private reading that is more catered towards your specific personal needs, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much to everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed and supported my channel. It really genuinely does help me to get the messages out to those who are needing to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.